Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email us, Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase, pricing, and availability questions concerning this watch. Today, we are talking about the Moser Cie Pioneer Center Second Cosmic Green. This is the 40mm versions. This is the sweet spot for size in a sports watch these days. Stainless steel, 40 in diameter, 12.3 millimeters thick from lug to lug, 48.1 with a 20 millimeter spacing between the lugs. We're going to throw this on my wrist. My wrist is 16 centimeters in circumference. This is a beautiful fit. My wrist is flat across the top, and you can see that the shape of this watch works really well in that regard. I'd say in the new 40mm size, remember it used to be 42.8, it was almost 43. This wears better on a wrist that's as small as 14 centimeters circumference, and if you have a very flat wrist towards the lower end of that size spectrum, you're going to find it's still a very good fit. Here's your down the barrel, here's your over the top, here's your cuff shot, and it will fit reasonably under a cuff, being domed of bezel, sloped of side, and 12.3 millimeters thick. It's nice and slim. It will fit under a sleeve. We've got a perforated strap here. You can see it vents the wrist nicely. It's got some character lines and designs molded in. It is a Moser factory strap, no crimping, no gouging. Moser buckles often echo the design of the case, and so you can see there's a little bit of a serration on the buckle, and there's also a similar coining within the recesses of the case flank. We have a little soft crease down the top of the lug, satin finish up here, polish in the sides. And then you can see a media blasted crown, screw down, 120 meters, water resistant. The dial is cosmic green, but it's also the Fumé or smoke design that we find on most Moser watches these days. It's a distinctive trait. It's how Moser manages to get away with a ghosted clear lacquer, almost no branding on these dials, and no shortage of luminescence. Gradient fade, it's a combination of a metallic sunburst base with lacquer on the top, and those degrees of lacquer make it darker towards the edge. You can see there's a flange outboard bearing the luminescent pips, and then we have the rhodium-plated steel indices faceted applique inboard. Stop seconds. You can see we have a hollow counterweight to the Lancet-style seconds hand, foy or leaf style. Hour and minute. This is the descendant of the HMC 200. This is the HMC 201. So this is very similar, but you can see it's been enhanced in several respects. You get 2 extra hours of power reserve, now 72. Nickel anthracite coating. The bridges are now open, airy, and give you better visual access to the underlying mechanism, so you can appreciate that for which you've paid. The overall decoration is of a similar standard in the past. Moser movements have always been carefully made. It's just more interesting to look at between the skeletonized bridges and the skeletonized rotor. Bidirectional pawl-based winding, you can see the system over here. It's a ceramic bearing system, or hybrid ceramic, with ceramic ball bearings, tungsten rotor. You've got a full balance bridge and a free-sprung balance for robust shock resistance, the recessed bolt balance, the hairspring, and the oscillator, all made in-house by Moser, as they're one of the few companies that's not just a manufacturer, but also able to make hairspring, escapement, and balance assemblies. Very specialized. They're actually well known as a boutique supplier of small volume assortments to the industry. You can see there's a little golden chaton fixing the barrel arbor, a nod to vintage Moser pocket watches from the 19th century. You can see that there's a neat machined but handsomely executed bevel on the sides of these bridges, and Moser's distinctive double-crested Côte de Genève, satination on the wheels, polished screw heads, and again, all of this 120 meters water resistant. This is a true all-out sports watch. If you love it, reach out to Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase and pricing details.